I do know that this is Sunday and New Year's was last Monday. However, this is the first Sunday of the new year, and I do believe it will be altogether appropriate to say Happy New Year. I wish for you the very, very best. And a little tad unusual, JR, I'm going to ask for a favor. I have my sermon notes up here, but my Bible is somewhere back in the back. I just might need it in the course of this sermon today. But yes, indeed, I do want to wish everybody a Happy New Year and pray that it is a great one and a prosperous one for you, and it will indeed be very, very special. The title of our message today is All Things Considered. I'll give you a definition a little bit later on about what that means. Our text for today, Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. One that would fit almost any sermon that anybody ever preached anywhere. But here the Word of God says this, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, to them that are the called according to his purpose. All right, now everybody knows I do have a Bible. Okay. It is the first week of the new year. This month is named January. There is a reason for that. It's named actually after Janus, the Roman god. Most of those, oh, by the way, I'm going to hasten to say false god. There is no God but our one true God. The Greeks had many of these gods that they worshipped and served. The Romans didn't have that many, but this one is distinctively Roman. Janus was the god of new beginnings, the god of doorways going in and out, the god of passageways. Now, Janus was depicted as having two faces, one that looked forward and one that looked backward. I have read that the Roman judges would keep a bust of Janus on their desk to remind them to look at both sides of every situation. Think about it for just a moment. Pilate was a Roman governor. Actually, in the trial of Jesus, he looked at both sides. He heard what they had to say as they cried for his blood. But then he also determined this man was innocent and sought to find some way to release him. So the Romans were known for their justice, looking at both sides. However, they were not known for their mercy. Again, consider the crucifixion of Jesus. One of the most evil, torturous deaths ever devised by the devilish mind of man, designed in such a way to elicit the maximum of suffering. But nevertheless, Janus is to look forward and to look back. Now, many times, this is the theme of a New Year's message. And in reality, we had a New Year's message on the last day of December, but I wanted to do this again in a different way. We're going to give it a different twist. We're going to look at all things considered. By the way, I asked my phone, what does all things considered mean? And here's what I found out. At least according to the American dictionary, English dictionary has a totally different meaning. But making a judgment after taking all facts into consideration. Remember that. All things considered means making a judgment after taking all the facts into consideration. And I trust today we'll take all the facts. All things considered, I could have preached a sermon called Don't Look Back. That's normally what we do on New Year's. We look back. On the other hand, looking back can be very, very helpful. And why? Because if we do it right, we can learn from our mistakes. And if we do it right, we can look back and see the victories that we have won and try our best to build upon those victories. On the other hand, looking back can be harmful. You can let it beat you down by dwelling on negative things that have happened during that year. And by the way, in our country, have there not been many, many negative things? How do these negative things affect our church? Or all the churches? Yes, indeed they do. But we could be robbed of victory presently by looking back too much. Now, we really don't need that. And why? Because, let me tell you something. Life goes too fast to look back too much. One preacher said, the older I get, the more I am positive that time moves faster. Does it seem that way to you as you're getting older? The older we get, time seems to move faster. But many in the work world out there spend all their time Monday through Friday looking forward to Saturday and Sunday. Spend all their time looking forward to that so they can go and do what they want to do. And on Saturday, some may go out to party, some may go on a picnic, some may go on a trip, do different things. But you know what? That Saturday we look forward to seems to slip by in about 15 minutes. Sunday we come to church, those of us who do, and you know that takes a lot of the day, getting ready, coming, all of that. Before you know it, it's gone. For those who look for another party on Sunday, that's gone. And what do? Get back to work on Monday, looking forward to next Saturday. A vicious cycle. You know, I made it 2 years old now.